brand new video. And don't forget to like and subscribe, and also, comment down below. And we're gonna get into the reprogramming here because I believe I'm getting better at this. Yeah, I am getting really good at the reprogramming your subconscious mind. Hey, Christy, good to see you on here. And reprogramming the subconscious mind. It's daily work. This is day in, day out. Every single day you get up. Some day you might do a little bit more. Some day you might do a little bit less. But you just have to continue on, keep on doing it. It's like going to the gym. I try to go there every single day. Some days I do a little less. Some days I do a little more. Like the past couple of days, I wasn't feeling my best. And I did a ton of workout despite the fact that I didn't feel my best. And I felt like I probably shouldn't have done that. I probably should have relaxed and chill out a little bit and didn't work out that hard and save that workout, save some energy. And I just felt pretty burnt out and pretty tired the past couple of days. And I don't know, for some strange reason, maybe because we are approaching the springtime. We have these allergies and everything is coming in, all the dust and everything. I felt like I got a little bit of a whooping there. But, we shall overcome. So, right now, we're talking about reprogramming the subconscious mind and how important that is. Because if you watch Bob Proctor, his videos, he call it the paradigm. He calling it changing the paradigm. And he was talking about when Ray Stanford gave him a copy of Think and Grow Rich back in 1960. And he started to read that book. And then around saying 1961, he bought a long playing record. It's called The Strangest Secret by Earl Nightingale. And he was reading Think and Grow Rich, listening to The Strangest Secret. Now, what was different about him listening to the Strangest Secret? Because he would play that long playing record for at least 4 times a day. Cameroons, man. No. So he would play that, don't forget to like and subscribe while you're here, folks. And so Bob Proctor would play that long form record at least 4 times a day, every single day for a number of years. And that is how he changed his subconscious programs. And then he was, he had a cleaning company at the time. And he go making from $4,000, I think he was making, to take that to over $1 million a year. What happened? He changed the subconscious programs. You don't have to, the paradigm, Bob Proctor calls it the paradigm. You don't have to do that for money. You can do that for love, relationships, fitness, happiness, whatever you decide to change in your life and get more of. You're going to have to change the programs that you are on. Me personally, in the beginning, I thought I wanted a whole bunch of money in the beginning, which I still do. Don't get me wrong. But I noticed what I was really after was to create more happiness and more peace in my life. And more as I got into this type of work, I realized that this is what I'm more excited about right now. Of course, I would like to make the money. I would like to become successful financially and have a lot of money. Right? But Happiness is probably my number one priority right now. And also, be peaceful. Hi, Madison. No, William. Right? So I realized that happiness was more, um, not just happiness, but peace is what I was striving for more than anything else. I want peace because I realized that, hi, Speedy, right? I realized that I need peace more than anything else because this has been, um, uh, uh, Veli, Veliland, whatever, I can't pronounce your name. Hi, right? So peace has been the thing that I search for my entire life. I look for peace, trying to find peace, and I look pretty much everywhere I know how to look, and didn't understand that that thing has to come from inside of you, right? I am doing well. How are you doing? Yeah, I don't know if I can stop to answer your questions right now. So I look for peace every single where. Couldn't find it. But I noticed I was doing some things, and the more I do them, the more peace the more peace I start to feel more at peace with myself and my surroundings, the people who I live around, and and so one of the first thing that I did was to get into a new environment. That has given me some type of relief for a little bit, but the program is still there. So I wasn't being fooled by that short amount of peace that that I felt, because I understand that my program was blocking me from hi William. uh, Yep. No, I started YouTube. Not I didn't know YouTube was something came in after later on down the road. But for the most part, I was on the personal growth journey, the transformation journey, reading books, listening to audios. But I don't think I was being I don't think I knew exactly what I wanted. I was listening to everybody else are saying, I was listening to what everybody else want. They want money, right? Right? So people want money, which is fine. And that was the thing that that was being pushed more than anything else. Which, and that's okay. Don't get me wrong. It's fine to have money. I'm not sitting over here telling that how unimportant money is, because it's not true. Money money is extremely important in your life. If you have a girlfriend or a wife, you can ask her. If if money is important, and then she will tell you. You know what I mean? So day in, day out, I would study these materials, I would listen, and but also I would start to listen to myself to see what I want more right now, the top priorities. I'm working, so I can use the money from my job to cover my bills and so forth. So I didn't have to worry about money per se right now. But once I start to figure out what I should do, and I start to make some moves, and I realize that the moment I start making these moves, I start to become a lot more happier. When I got into fitness, like, um, the most rigid I have ever been in my fitness throughout my entire life. This is the most rigid I have ever been. I am doing hybrid fitness, lifting weights plus running, right? So, fitness, so I mean running plus working out, hybrid fitness, right? All right, thank you very much, William. All right. And I start to notice that the more I continue on to work out, the better I start to feel about myself. And the more I listen to these audios as well, the better I start to feel about myself, because I start to feel better, right? So when I combine the education which is the personal development materials, and so we can get more into into the different parts of it. The more I start to listen to them, especially the I am affirmations, the more I start to listen to them, the more confident I become. The more confident I become, the more brave I become. I feel like I am more valuable. I feel like I am more important. I feel like I am more respectable and confident and so forth. The more I start to listen to these I am affirmations, plus my fitness journey. So when I look into the mirror and I start to like the guy that I see in the mirror, right? The voices in my head, when I listen to them, the positive ones though, the positive voices though, and I start to listen to them, I realize that I, I start to like myself more and more and more and more and more. And I decided to continue on this journey here, and I continue to listen to the stuff. So here is one other thing that I figure out. I do not like to do things that does not bring me peace, including my job. If it's a job that I don't like when I go to work and they told me to do certain things and I said, I don't I don't like doing that. So I changed the position to a position which I like more. And then they're trying to put me back into the position which I told them I do not want to be in. And I start to go off and I start telling them that I do not like this. I don't want to be doing this. Not that I want to be a jerk or anything like that, but I just don't want to do it. It's not bringing me happiness. It's not bringing me peace. I don't feel joyful doing what I'm doing. That's why I changed that position. They did that today and I told them. Well, eventually they said, no, go on, go do your thing, go do what you need to be doing. Right? And I went off and I go do what I need to do. And I felt a whole lot better. I didn't want to be just bitter doing what I was doing, so I speak up and I tell them how I felt about it. And it was okay. Maybe I didn't do it the right way, but still, I still speak up. And I speak my mind and I tell them how I felt about the whole thing. And they said, okay, all right, never mind. Right? Because I do not want to be thrown into this position here, which I got out of. And the reason why I got out of it, because I don't like it anymore. Right? I used to like it at one point. Now, I don't have that feeling for that position anymore. And I told them. Right? So this was something else I figured out about how to create peace and maintain peace. So these are some things that over a period of time I analyze and then I put them into effect. So one thing, I work at a hotel. So one thing that I said, so all right, stop doing things that you don't like. That's one thing. You don't like the position that you are in, ask to change, to go to a different position. Or find a job that you like. The people who you associate with. Look for the people who you can easily like. And hang around those people. Yes, I love my job very much. Right? Places where you live. You don't like that place? Live in a place that you actually like. Right? Live in a place that you like. I like the scenery where I live. I live across from the river. It's beautiful. I like to look over the river. I like to hear the sound of the river, the sound of the water running. I like that stuff. It's just look for a place that you like to live and live there. Right? The people who brings you the most happiness, hang around those people. You're going to have to learn how to stay away from certain people too who cause a whole bunch of drama. Right? I remember when I was working at this job. I hated it. And that job made me a bitter person, or I made myself a bitter person because I was working at that job. I made a lot of enemies while working there because I was just bitter about that job. And I was fighting for a position. You see, the thing is, I was fighting for something that I didn't even want. You know how interesting that was. When I thought about it, I was like, I don't even want that position, but I was fighting for it. Why was I doing that? It blew my mind up until this day. But you see, when you are on the lower spiritual plane, you make stupid mistakes like those. You make stupid, bonehead moves like those. When I was getting all the hint in the world to get the hell out of that place, and it's like Les Brown said when they fired him from his job. He said he went back and got his job back. you know, we all make those stupid mistakes. It's all right. Live and you learn. So that was dumb for me to do there. And I did make that. That was one of those mistakes I made, which I'm like, oh God, that was really dumb. Right? But I was not confident. I was not brave, fierce. I didn't feel, thank you very much. Valilan. I hope I'm saying your name right. If I have this information here, Lord knows where the heck I would be today. Right? Maybe I would be too cocky. I don't know. And I don't know. Lynn, how are you? Miss Ramirez? My day was great. I enjoyed myself, and I am now here on live now talking to you guys. And I am over 1,000 subscribers now, so pretty soon I probably will be monetized, and then you guys can send me some money. Every dollar counts, okay? So I decided that I wanted to do something different from what I'm doing right now. At the moment when I was working, and I said I want to do something different. What can I do? I have no clue what to even do at the time. It was like, hey, I would like. I'm like, okay, I would like to make more money, and they were like, okay, dude, hey, Dream, what's up, man? Yeah, man. Hey, look. Maybe one of this time when you come visit me down here in my state, Dream, you might see one of those Mustang park up in the parking lot. Thank you very much, though. Thank you. I appreciate it on the 1K sub. Thanks, I appreciate it, man. It's like it's a joy to accomplish that type of goal. Yeah. So I Yep, you bet. Um, so I did not know what to do at all in those days. Nobody told me anything at all because, like, where I came from, this thing was not pushed. They said it, but it will come, it will came through in like, you know, based upon of their Christian religion, they will say certain things, but they weren't really saying it the way how the personal development people say it. Like, dude, go to the gym, get in shape, go run, get fit, get healthy, get in shape, dude, start a business and learn how to build a business, learn how to earn more money, go get the spouse that you want. These guys were the most blatant, blunt, and they were tell like, yeah, you are fat, Joe, you fat, and you are a worthless piece of this, and get up and go do. These guys were the most honest, most brutal, the most blunt I have ever seen was the personal development people. People, some people are gonna say, "Oh, these guys are cocky, whatever, blah blah blah," and I'm saying that, and at least they're honest. I might not agree with their delivery, but these guys are honest. So by listening to these guys over and over and over again, I decided that I need a change. I need a different lifestyle. And I realized that in order for me to change, the subconscious programs are going to have to change as well. And that's when Bob Proctor, Bruce Lipton, and all these guys entered into my life via audio, right? Yep, exactly. It does, because if you go out there and go tell people that you are this and you are that, and then it's like if I go out there to go tell people, hey, get in shape, bro. You need to be in shape. You need to go to the gym. Would they trust me? I believe they would. I believe they would. I believe they would trust me, because my social media is my resume. And if they go there and they checked it, they will say, "Oh, this dude, he's the real deal." Right? So we should listen to what he's saying. Because I like to tell people to go to the gym. I enjoy doing it. Go to the gym. Go work out. Hybrid fitness is more preferable, because that's what I do on a daily basis. I like to run and I like to lift weights. Am I saying you should do this every single day? Probably not. Despite the fact that I do it every day, because it is extremely difficult sometimes. And I would not want to wish that on my worst enemy. But I like to be out there every single day, because I like the grind. And I like when I get on the grind, I stay on the grind, and I like to, stay fit and stay healthy, do the push ups. I like that. I slacked off a few days because I wanted to rest, to recover. But as soon as this recovery happened, I'm going right back to it again. Right? So we need to be in shape, So I like to push that on people. Go to the gym, get in shape, stay in shape, get fit, stay fit, stay healthy, get on a grind and stay on a grind. Some people have been watching me now for over a year now. Out here, day in, day out, putting in the work. I did a 10-mile run. It was before my 32-mile run. And this one guy, he said, oh no, 10 mile was, so before my 15-mile run, I did a 10-mile run. And he said, it's good to still see you out here. So I know he was one of the people who has been watching me from way back when I just started to post these videos, because I didn't start to post right away when I was running. That's a regret I have, right? I should start posting right away, but I didn't. I was posting like every 10. I wasn't posting right away, and then I start posting like every 10 days, and then something dawned on me, was like, dude, start post on your social media every single day. And I start doing it, and people start to, watch what I'm doing, and they were like, keep showing up, come out here every day, put in the work every single day, and that's what I did. Even in the snow, when the snow is falling, and it's raining and it's crazy lightning. When lightning starts to strike, I live in an apartment complex. What do? I run around the apartment, so that way I don't have to run in the rain with the lightning because the lightning is crazy when they are striking in this area here. I do not know why they are so crazy, what they are. So I would run, in under in the apartment, like around the apartment. I would do that, so that way I can get a couple miles in, right? Because I'm not trying to make up any excuses. I need to put in some miles, so that way I can feel satisfied somehow with myself, that I actually do the work. I like to do the work. That's just me. Other people like to talk about it. I like to do it. I can learn something from a guy who talks, but I think I can learn more from the guy who shows me, hey, this is how it's done, man. You put on your running shoes, you go out there, hit the pavement, yeah, you put on your workout clothes, head down to the gym, you lift the weights. We're talking about, get money. All right. What product or service I need to sell? What type of entertainment am I, um, you know, uh, 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 put putting out there? Yeah. So once you do the work, then over a long period of time, people will start to respect you. They have to. They have no other choice but to respect you. I mean, like, hey, this guy here does the work. This guy here is a real deal. Today's day 551 days since I've been doing, on my fitness journey. Some days are good, some days are not. What happened here? I reprogram my subconscious mind. I change what's going on up here. Because so now I am consistent, I am committed, and I am disciplined. And I take action. I don't just sit down and talk. You know what I mean? Monster, how are you? Monster Mouse, appreciate you. Uh, Good to hear. Where did you go? Where did you went on vacation? Right? Hawaii or Japan? So yeah. So I have been doing this work here now, but more so recently, combining with my fitness. Oh man, you went to Virginia? Cool. Next time, come to Colorado. Uh, we have mountains over here, mountains, some nice mountains over here. Go up into the high mountains and see what happened over there in Southwest Colorado. And that you might like it. Yeah. So combine it with my fitness here. My fitness plus reprogramming my subconscious mind is what I do every single day. These are things that I do on a daily basis. And this is how I maintain a peaceful lifestyle. Except for when they want me to do things which I don't want to do, I tend to not be happy at all. I'm like, oh God, no. I don't want to do that. You want to make me do things I don't want to do. I don't like doing that. All right. I was just not happy with it. Like, you can't give me this position and then it's trying to put me into some. I'm like, I might need to be more flexible, more bendable. I probably need to do that. But no, I like to do things that I like to do. I like to do the things I like to do, and I do not want to be forced to do something for to do things which. Okay, the people pleasing part was bothering me. I did not want to people please. I don't like being a people pleaser. It's annoying knowing that I'm doing things which I do not like to do. So that's exactly how I felt about the whole thing. And I told them, you can't have me do this, man. They respect it, they understand it, and they said, go do something else. Right? But aside from that, I pretty much live a peaceful life. I pretty much get along with the people who I'm around. I like them, they like me. I don't want to have any beef with anybody, right? I don't want no smoke. I don't want no beef. I don't want any problems. I just want to live a peaceful life. But I want to do things that makes me peaceful. I want to do work that brings me peace and joy and happiness. And I want to interact with people who I feel peaceful around, joyful around, happy around. Those are the people who I want to be around. The places I live, I want to live in places where I feel at peace and feel at home. Like where I live right now, how the universe directed me and sent me here to where I live because I got the call and I follow it and I'm pretty much a peaceful human being. I don't have a whole bunch of problems with people. Reprogramming the subconscious mind plus going to the gym helps me to maintain the peace in my life. It has to be maintained. You can create the piece, get the piece, create the piece, whatever, but it also needs to be maintained. And you're gonna have to do that. Your muscles, these muscles, need to be maintained by going to the gym every single day. Your mind, to clean your mind every single day. You have to maintain that. Listen to the same audios over and over and over. Repeat the same thing over and over and over. All right? Your thoughts needs to be cleaned every single day. Your vocabulary needs to be maintained. So you have to listen to certain things over and over and over and over and over again. Right? It's repetition. Everything is repetition. I don't care what it is. You are a chef, repetition. You are a bartender, repetition. I do not care. You're married to your wife, repetition. You're gonna have to do. Maybe you're gonna come up with something new. Here and there, here and there. You might come up. Get creative and come up with something new. But for the most part, you're gonna be doing the same thing over and over again. You go to school, you're gonna see the teacher's gonna teach pretty much the same thing all the time. Repetition. You go to the church, you're gonna listen to the preacher, pastor, whatever, clergyman. He's gonna pretty much preach the same thing over and over. He might do it in a different way, but that's pretty much it. If you listen to the personal development gurus, they're gonna give you some new information, but pretty much they're gonna give you the same information all the time. Repetition. Because we all understand how important repetition is. That's how you get good at anything at all. It's by doing the same thing over and over and over. You get good at singing by singing the same thing over and over and over and over again. Repetition is the mother of all learning. And that is how you change your subconscious programs, and also how you maintain the programs. When you change it, you have to maintain the program, as well. So that's why you have to go back and listen to the same things. I read this Bob Proctor was like one of the most famous ones, when he said he read Think and Grow Rich for what, 60 something years, 61 years. Amazing. Or 62, 60, I forgot how many years, but over 60 years he has been reading Think and Grow Rich. Repetition. Repetition, repetition, repetition. We can't get away from it. You know what I mean? Mental wellness. Ooh. One of them that I actually like. Mental wellness. Let me see. The Power of Your Subconscious Mind by Dr. Joseph Murphy. I think that would be one of the better ones. And I think Bob Proctor, his paradigm shift, I think that's a good one too, because that one explains to you. But the Power of Your Subconscious Mind by Dr. Joseph Murphy would be one of the better ones. Why am I saying that? Because there are some notes in there on the side. That's a good one too. Thanks, Christy. So, because there are some notes on the side there that you could read those notes. I actually written out those by hands from that book. The Power of Your Subconscious Mind by Dr. Joseph Murphy. I written those out by hand. And I think Dr. Bruce Lipton, he has, what's his book called? Honeymoon Effect, I think it's called. That's a good one too. Yeah. So these would be some of the books that I actually the reason why I like the Power of Your Subconscious Mind by Dr. Joseph Murphy is because you can start to use these affirmations right there and then. You can start to use them, and I really like that. But I would combine Dr. Joseph Murphy's work in the book. Also, he has, because his affirmations is money and his spirituality as well. So I would go to YouTube and type in his affirmations and listen to them over and over and over and over again. And then I would sit down by myself and take the time out to repeat them over and over and over again. And also, I would give you this other channel that you should go to. Um, Thank you very much, Monster Mouse. Appreciate you. And I will give you this other one before you go. Go to Growing Forever, I think it's called, YouTube channel. They have a bunch of great affirmations there and that will help you also on your mental wellness journey as well. Yeah. So, and that's another great one too. You Are Badass by Jen Sinclair. Great book. All right. You are welcome, Monster Mouse. Appreciate it. Take care. Have a good one. Uh, so those are the books that actually helped me, because You're a Badass helped me a lot. I have a lot of notes. I recorded those notes, and I still listen to them till this day, right? Because that was something that I never even thought about, that I am going to be listening to the same thing over and over and over for a long period of time. That was one of them that I did not sign up for at all. But that's just how it goes when you are trying to change your subconscious programs. You are going to do the same thing over and over and over. The way how I got fit is by doing the same pretty much workout over and over and over, doing the same running. Sometimes I run a little longer, sometimes I run a little shorter distance. But pretty much, sometimes I work out a lot harder, sometimes I work out less. But for the most part, I pretty much do the same thing over and over and over. And so now it's being done, it dawned on me now that I am going to be listening and reading the same materials over and over and over for a long time to come, because that is how you change the subconscious programs and maintain that change that you made. The change that you made has to be maintained. Once you stop, you're gonna go right. Maybe you're not gonna go all the way back, but you're gonna go back far enough where you do not want to be. We don't want that. Okay. But all right then, folks. I'm gonna leave it there. Don't forget to like and subscribe and comment down below. Ryan here, coming to you with a brand new video. This we are talking about transformation, changing the subconscious programs, changing the subconscious mind, and better your life, become a better person than how you are right now. All right, folks. We'll talk to you soon. Take care. Bye for now.